Okay, so we've known each other for 3.5 years. It's been amazing to see your business grow.
Thank you.
And I know that the very first item that I purchased from you was a Flower Girl's dress for Charlotte. And I think
I
she,
remember making that little
yeah,
tutu dress. It was super cute.
for my friend's wedding. The dress came out beautifully done, and we've used it multiple times for like Halloween costumes.
Oh, that
I
is
still have it
awesome.
here. So, but what I love about having you as my friend, but it's also been great to kind of just see your journey grow as like a small business. So let's actually kind of talk about your journey really quickly. I'm going to share my screen and pull up your Instagram.
Yay, there's my egg.
So yeah, so I know that you initially, when you started your business, you were selling these really cute booties with really fun prints, as well as these bibs.
Yep.
So what inspired you to kind of go this route when you opened up your business?
Well, so my baby at the time was 6 months old, and he is my third and my last. But by then, my mommy brain was just totally fried, and I needed to do something for myself. So I was making these shoes, and I was like, these shoes are great, but I know I can't be the only one because babies lose their socks all the time. They lose their shoes all the time because they never really stayed on. And so I decided, you know what? I'm just going to start making some and see how it goes from there. And before I knew it, I was like, I'm going to do a couple of shows. And then I started Etsy. And so it's an evolution. I don't know where this evolution is going to take me, but so far it's been pretty good.
You've also kind of expanded your talents by doing like these cute little leggings right here.
Oh
This
yeah.
jacket that you were supposed to wear at She Is Beautiful.
Yep. I was so bummed when that got canceled.
And I know I've been trying to convince you to try to design some other things too, but I know it can be very, very time consuming. But it's nice to see how you've evolved from just making, booties, bibs, to now making masks.
I
So,
know.
yeah, how did you kind of make that pivot?
So I was thinking, like, my mom was telling me, and I guess I should thank her for this. It's such a mom moment from one mom to another mom, right? She's like, COVID-19 is going to be such a huge deal. You need to start making masks. And I'm like, but mom, we're in America. We don't wear masks. And she's like, well, just you wait and see. So what did I do? I waited. I should have made masks before, but it was actually a mutual friend of ours that was like, hey, I know you sew. Can you make me some masks? And I'm like, huh, I can make you masks. So that was my first iteration of masks. And then
When was that originally?
so it was like the beginning of April, because that was when, like,
Wow.
yeah. And so it was like, can you make me masks? And I was like, sure. And then somebody else who knew me was like, I need some masks. And I was like, oh, this really is a thing. So I started making masks, but I'm a mask maker for now, but I think that, when you chase trends, and I'm saying masks aren't trendy, but at some point, the market's going to be saturated enough that like masks won't be needed anymore. And personally, I would like to pivot yet again and maybe find something a little bit more sustainable than masks. Because I do offer masks in really cool prints, and they're unique in how they're tied. But
I think what you've been doing for people within our community has been great. I think you donated some masks too.
I think I donated like 40 masks since I
Mhm.
started making masks. And that's not, and there are people who donated way more than I have, but in
That's
between
still
trying.
though, yeah. That's just, I mean, whatever you can, right? I mean, because I know you can only do so much, and you also have
Yeah,
to. I mean, now you're the only sole parent that's working,
yeah.
so even if it was 5, 40, or 100, I think that's still great.
I mean, I'm happy to donate when I can. And actually today we just put up a donation tree, like a giving tree in our front yard. And I put out 9 masks that I had. And that was around 8 o'clock this morning. And now it's about 4:30 and all but 3 are left on the tree. So I'm just going to wait and see if anybody else takes them. Which I hope they do, because I'm like, these are useful. They don't hurt your ears, and they don't feel weird.
Yeah.
And they're so much easier to take off.
So now it's the beginning of May, and I remember that when you first started, you had a different design of masks that you have currently.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of walk me through that decision. You can see right here with this Warriors mask. I think it actually has elastic bands.
Yep.
Right? Okay.
Yep.
So what made you decide to make that switch to this style right here?
Well, a couple of things. First of them being that elastic currently is kind of becoming the TP of the sewing world, because people were making masks. People were making masks to donate to like hospitals and frontliners, which I've done. So then it got to the point where I'm like, I ordered, ironically enough, I did place an order for elastic rolls back on April 11th, and it still isn't here. And it's been like over 3 weeks. So this is how backlogged we are. So a couple of things. I decided to switch my design because people were telling me about the fit, like how it would pull on their ears, or it would leave weird gaps on their cheeks or their noses, and then it hurts. So it's not comfortable to wear a mask for an extended period of time. Like if it's not comfortable, you're not going to wear it. And when you walk around Home Depot or Costco, you see people with masks half on or half off, or in weird, obviously not helpful positions. So I realized, like, it would be easier if you just tie your masks. Like I was like, no, it kills 2 birds with 1 stone. Like, it's much easier to wear. It's more comfortable. The fit is better. And if it's more comfortable and the fit is better, hopefully that means that more people are actually keeping their masks on. So those were the biggest reasons. Like, it has to be comfortable and it has to be worn.
No, I actually have felt the difference, because the elastic one that you made me, I love the print, but there was some times where it would actually kind of fall off.
Yeah.
Or I would get, if I was at a grocery store doing a long trip to do some shopping for a few weeks, it did get a little bit irritating in my ear. Where with one, it's really comfortable. Like sometimes you don't, like, you forget that it's there.
I run with my masks on.
Yeah, I saw that. Yeah, I saw that in your gram. How was that with running with it?
It's as comfortable as wearing a mask can be. So I would say it's more comfortable running when it's cold, because it covers your face well, and it kind of, it retains the heat around your face better. But in terms of fit, once I have it on pretty securely, it really doesn't bother me that much.
Mm-hmm. Well, let's talk about your design. So do you have yours?
I do. It's my favorite one. It's my zombie print
one.
Ooh.
I love this one. It says like little kitties and bunnies.
It's like kitties and bunnies on the back.
So there's 2 strings.
Yes.
Right? So walk me through your design.
So basically it's just a gigantic loop. It's a continuous loop. So if you pull on one end, it tightens the other end. So are we going to put it on right now?
Yeah, let's do it.
Okay. So what I do is I just take my mask, I hold the 2 strings in my hands, and then I just pull it over my head. And then I adjust the ties. I adjust the strings. And there you go. It's a lot more comfortable to wear. There's less gaping around your cheek and the bridge of your nose. So, and Oh, it also has a pocket filter. I don't know if I showed you that.
Does it?
It does. It's like folded. It's either on top or on the bottom. Like if you take it off, like, let's see, like this one is mine right here. So you can put in a little filter of your choice.
Oh, I see it. That's new, right? Because the other one.
No. I just didn't tell. I think I forgot to tell you. They all have pocket filters because I want to give people the option of putting something in if they choose to. And so, but I don't provide the filters because there's so much, there's so many updates that it changes frequently. Like somebody once told me that you should use the filter from like the AC filters that 3M makes, and then I just found out that it contains fiberglass, and that's not something humans should be breathing in. I've heard coffee filters are great. I've heard that paper towels are a good substitute. So those are fairly benign things. But at the time when I first started making masks back in April, it was like a range of things like coffee filters and vacuum filters and AC filters. Yeah, so I'm like, you know, here, I'm just going to give you the mask with the 2 layers, and you can use whatever filter you want.
Yeah. Well, it's not comfortable.
Yeah, no, I mean, again, if it's not comfortable, you're not going to wear it. If you're not going to wear it, that puts you at, that puts others at risk in case you're an asymptomatic carrier.
Mm-hmm. And how can people find you?
So I'm on Instagram and I'm on Etsy. I am wordhandsomecouture.etsy.com.
And this is your gram right here.
There's my gram.
We'll tag you on the video in case anyone is interested. Makes a great Mother's Day gift. Perfect. Well, thanks for meeting with me today.
Thank you for having me.